Hello everyone, it's your girl, Lisa, aka the Melanated Minimalist. Guys, how are you today? Welcome to my channel. If you're new to the channel, it's all about living simple. It's not just one fork, one spoon, one black pair of pants, one gray shirt for the minimalist lifestyle, one couch and nothing else. It's deeper than that, y'all. But welcome to the channel. Come on in, kick off your shoes, stay a little bit. Some of you guys may not know, but I love doing walk and talks, and I found that being outdoors just makes me feel amazing. Getting that good old vitamin D, and just feeling good being out here in nature. And I always say, get closer to nature. It will change your life. I think it does it physically, mentally, and emotionally, all those things. Okay? So today I want to talk about how this lifestyle can really help you through what we call, or what others are calling, a recession. Whether we have it or not, the housing market going crazy. Rent was going crazy at some point. Banking, everything, you name it, has been going like crazy. So I wanted to address something. One of my dear YouTubers who I've been following for a while is, shout out to Tim Ward. He always talks about minimalism. He lives a lifestyle that's a little bit, and go check out his channel, a little bit different than most men of color, melanated men, live. He lives on that trajectory where you don't have to do a whole lot to get the money. And the lifestyle that you live and what you choose, your budget, is all about how you decide to live. Not about what others think or what others feel, but basically what's all about you. So how will this lifestyle take you or catapult you to the next level? Well, one thing that I've noticed, that we don't have to have a lot of things. We think we do, or let's say social media might say that we do, or, different channels you may watch with commercials show you that you got to have this certain lifestyle or what have you. But I think deep down inside, we got to go further in and say, you know what? I'm going to live my life a certain way so that I won't have to, do all this extra. Because a lot of times people are doing extra because they put themselves in situations that require such as this. What's going on now with all the stuff that's going on? You have got to decide. Again, two things can happen. Either you're going to super budget yourself to death, to life or whatever, or you're going to get a new skill set and work and make more money or get a new position or what have you. I say for the latter, you get a new skill set so you can make some more money, but you also can look at ways of technically just decluttering. And I've been talking about this forever and ever, but really looking at your life and say, what do I really need and what do I really desire? And do I need all those things to make me the person I need to become or what have you? And I think a lot of people, I still say this, are not going and checking out what they need. We got storage places are just full of people with stuff that they've been accumulated over the years. Don't even use it. Forget it's in there. They be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I remember, moving here to where I'm at currently, and my mother saying, Lisa, go back through that the storage, and go ahead and get rid of the storage. And I was like, Mom, I need the storage because I have to come back through here, and I need to move from here. I'm gonna need some things, blah blah blah. She was like, well, I pay the storage, and it wasn't a lot of money, y'all, not at all. Well, I pay the storage, and then it's some of the things you don't really need, or some things you can get back. Anything else, like I have a daughter who's living in Texas currently. She's like, just leave it and then come back later and you can get it then, okay? And I was like, what? And then one of my friends was like, yeah, girl, I have a storage here. If you're more than welcome to use it. But what can you do that you absolutely does not have to have, and just clear that out, okay? So I went back and I said, what do I have to have and what I don't really need? And sheer and behold, whatever, I was able to declutter once again and go even further deeper, okay? So that's what I'm telling you. Even though this is a setback for a lot of people and people are losing whatever, I do believe that it will not affect those who have already thought way ahead of this about saying, I want to live a minimalist lifestyle. I want to live a lifestyle that doesn't require a whole lot of things. Now, I'm not saying, again, please understand that you will never be able to have a certain car or a certain home. But I want you to be wise. I want you to be very wise, especially among women, and most of my channel is for women. I want you guys to really think. Do you see yourself being by yourself for the next, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Some of you may have young children. I'm looking at my, my analytics, and it looks like a lot of you guys are of 35 and over. So sometimes you already had your children, they're older, have you, whatever that is, but you may not be in a relationship or a marriage. So this may make you think, okay, what will my life look like in 5? No one knows, only God. That's how I believe in. Knows what will really happen in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. But let's look at realistically speaking. And you really looked at your life and you say, you know what, I need to pay off these bills. Remember I told you about the snowball effect. If you haven't checked that video out, it's coming. It should be. It might have came last night. I'm dropping another video. But, the Dave Ramsey's thing with the snowball effect, it's up to you how you want to do it, though. But you got to sit there and go, you know what, let's be realistic about our lives. Let's just say you don't get married. You're not in a serious relationship. So next 5 years, you got to take care of yourself. How would you do it where you won't feel like you're broke or broke down or feeling like a lot of these women on TikTok and different things that I'm looking at saying, I'm so tired. I want a man to take care of me or whatever they're saying. I know they say something about that soft life thing. And I think that soft life has become a crutch for a lot of women. Should I say crutch? Should I just say this, that most cannot afford it? A lot, what they say 50% of the households make $30,000 or less. And I don't know if that's individual or a household, but I think it's a household. So a lot of single moms are heading households for $30,000 or less. If you making less than that, you're going to be having a hard time. And you won't be able to live that true soft life unless you get a gentleman that will take that from you and say, hey, I got you. And they really mean it. Not this stuff where they're playing games and then they snatch away from you and they play trickery. None of that. But let's look, realistically speaking, what do we want to have for the next 5, 10, or 20? I don't know if you guys, and I'm going to talk about on another video, about van life, about RV life, about living, not necessarily in the van as the main thing, but maybe that be a secondary home, or a second area. Because you can have like what they call a home base where you can, own a home that's maybe a small, quaint home or a small apartment. Something like that, that you can rent out when you're away. Maybe somebody can come and do Airbnb or, those temporary housing where they're staying for a few weeks. Maybe they're doing a job or what we call it, a assignment or something if they're in the IT field, the medical field. Regardless, you can think of unique ways to get ahead and still live the life you might want, So I've been looking at van life. I've been looking at the RV, all that stuff. And it kind of gives me a little, how would I say the word, a little encouragement to see that, everyone's not going to live the ideal life. The ideal life might have been for you to be married. And you thought by this time, this age, you'd be married. You have a beautiful home, cars, all that. Having a good career. And it's not to say you can't. Or you may have been divorced and never thought, I didn't think I was going to get divorced. I didn't think I was going to have to start all over. Didn't think I would be doing this by myself. Or, you're older, your kids have all gone from home, and you are what we consider an empty nester. Now you have to think about ways of living that requires you maybe to be by yourself. Live in a home by yourself. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't want a big old house to live by myself. I really don't. I don't even know if I really want a huge, I think I'm looking still at those tiny homes, guys. I still check out the channel, Bohemian Soul, telling you girls, y'all going to be like, oh, she's living good. So I gave y'all some channels to go to really look at the life that, you might want to consider, whether it be, the nomad introvert. She is more to herself, but she has a van. But you can go check out these channels of women who are living not the traditional pattern. The upgrade, she is a single woman, single mother who I think she's no longer working. I can't remember her whole gist this, but she had purchased her a Tesla. She has a Kia also, but she bought her a Tesla and a Kia. And what she does is rent out her Tesla on the weekends. And I think she makes a lot of money off of that, and it pays for her Tesla, right? And then she turns around, she has a cute little Kia Sportage or whatever, I think it is, whatever. So I'm sorry. And it's really cute, right? And she uses that for her everyday car. And some people were bashing her because they were like, well, you can't really afford the Tesla. What? Even if she couldn't afford it on her financial, quote unquote, on the table, right? But she was able to find a business plan that afforded her it to be paid for through that method. What is wrong with that? Why do people think we got to be almost broke or feeling like we're going to, we got to justify ourselves of how we do support? And I think those who lie, those who, have no integrity and get on these Facebook or social media streets and TikTok and lying about how they make money or lying about the things they have. Sometimes they rent stuff and don't tell the truth. I appreciate people who just are real, who are literally living a life they enjoy living. And if you ever followed the Upgrade, I forgot her first name, but she's considered the Upgrade. Go check her out. She literally has shown you what she was doing. She did sabbaticals. She took time off. She started working. She was working full time. She cut back to part time. She's never not shown her life to anyone. So for anyone to come back, they have never followed her story. They immediately jump on that wagon of she can't afford the Tesla. Why? Because she's a black melanated female or something. I don't know. But I will say this. Different people I've listened to, different people I got information from. I applaud all of them, I applaud everyone. And I say to everyone, this is a way of getting through this recession or whatever you want to call it, is by living a certain lifestyle. And again, I say, don't go around looking bummy and like right now I got on my workout outfit, y'all. My hair is back. I don't have my hair out. But, just feeling good about yourself and really looking good and not, falling into this trajectory of I'm poor. I don't have any money because I'm a minimalist. That is not it. If you guys were to look at some of the minimalists that are on YouTube, they make you feel bad because they make you think that you got to not only have but one thing in the house, like your house can be totally empty. I think it's all about you and how you wanted to live. So for me, I don't like to clutter any longer. So I like more clean lines and everything. So my lifestyle is going to look different from someone who doesn't like any type of clutter, like don't have no books, just have 2 or 3 pair of pants, 2 or 3 shirts, 1 pair of shoes. I don't know. That's someone else's lifestyle. Again, it is what you decide how the minimalist lifestyle will be for you. But I will say this, never, ever, 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 ever get so much stuff that you got to start renting out storage spaces because you don't know where to put it. Don't do that. Because the idea, if you came to this channel, you're seeking another way of life. If you came to this channel, you're thinking to yourself, I don't want to live like that. I want to live like this. If you are on this channel and coming to it, you made a decision that I need more clarity in my life. And that's why you're here. So anyone who comes to my channel who likes the Gucci and the Louis and all that and living this fast life and, just being all over the top and everything, I'm not the channel for you. I'm definitely not the channel. And you wouldn't be here because, yeah. So if you come to me and I'm telling you, guys, live the minimal life the way you want to, but look around your home, your apartment, even in your car. If that car is too much for you, if you're just feeling overwhelmed, you might have to turn that in. You have to redo your, I hate to tell you that, but you might have to redo your life. Maybe redo your budget. And say, is this the best I can do for myself as far as a vehicle or whatever? And figure that out. If you got your apartment and you secured in it and you got at least 6 months to 9 months before you move to another one or whatever you got to do, you may have to do things where the credit might get dinged, but you can bring it back up. And you bring it back up because you're paying your things on time. What would that look like? Find another skill set that can put you more money in your pocket or additional position that will put more money in your pocket, whatever. So with that said, clearing out that your car and just saying, is this the car I need? Is this what I want? Or do I need it? And if you want it, that's great. But if you need it, even better. But if it's something that you can return or do something else with or sell it and get something a little different, maybe more ideal for you, do that. Do just that. Less stress at night, going to bed at night. Feel better about yourself and looking good. I think that if we do more personal care for ourselves, whether it be a gym membership or outdoors, like I'm out here, going to get massages, facials. I know manicure and pedicure, that's everyone's anthem. But, even taking a hot bath. All those things are part of living a minimalist lifestyle. So if you feel stressed out because of bills, things that you can't control, one of my mentors used to always say, control the control. You control yourself. You can't control nobody else. That man, your children, your boss, anything. Can't control what's going on in the government. Can't do any of that. Control the control. That's you. How you react, how you identify, how you show up for yourself. That's it. So go back over everything. Go back over all the clothes you have and make sure, I really love this outfit, or I haven't worn this outfit in 2 years, or I never wore it. You can resell it, put it on eBay. Heck, you can put it on Facebook and say, who wants to buy some clothes? And give people numbers and say, hey, inbox me for the price and shipping. And boom, then you got a new career in secondhand shopping. You could do secondhand shopping and thrifting, whatever. I'm a thrifter. I'm a big thrifter. I haven't really thrifted here since I've been here, but I will. But the thing I wanted to share with you is, go through everything, the shoes, the purses, the necklaces, all the jewelry, everything, hats, coats, and say, do I need all this stuff? And if you can, if you like to donate. If you don't want to say you don't want to donate because you like, girl, I spend a lot of money on this, don't do it. You can resell it. Okay, remember we talked about different skill sets and things that you need to make additional money. Why not? Get rid of the stuff you got. Hey, if you got a bunch of furniture and you don't need but one couch, one table, and a few of your chairs, let go of some of that. I say invest. This is my thing too, y'all. Invest in a good mattress, a great mattress, an amazing mattress. And I won't give out any shout outs because y'all think I'm endorsing them and I don't get paid for that. So, but get you a good mattress. You figure that out. You go to the place, lay on it. And if you already got one, amen. But a good sleep, the sweet sleep is so important. I don't care how much money you got, but if you get poor sleep, it's the worst ever. So my goal is for you to find some good sleep and sleep. Have good sleep and sleep well. I think that's so important. You sleeping good, you living good, you trying to do what's right, you trying to live a great life. Yeah, get that sleep on and feel better about yourself. It works. I promise you it will. So, I'm not going to talk too long about this, but I just had to bring that back up about what is it to, how this is going to help you to get through this major dip in what's going on, all the stuff that's going on in the world, how this can affect you less if you're doing less, if you're downsizing, took off some of the memberships that you got. I know I took a bunch of them off, and I'm kind of funny because of this particular position I just got offered. They actually pay for my music. So I don't have to have iTunes anymore. I love iTunes, y'all. Don't get them twisted. But I don't want to spend that $10 a month if I can avoid it. So what you want to do also, guys, whatever job you have, a career you have, find out what their perks are, what their career perks are, There's some perks on every job. But a lot of people don't even know them because they just come to work. So go find out your perks. Find out what kind of insurance, they give you money to work out. What do they do for you? And get those perks going, guys. I promise you, you're going to be grateful for those things. If they give you free food or whatever, discounts, why not? Especially if you don't have any little children you got to run home to. Why not get a little part-time gig and have fun? Meet people. You meet a lot of people who work part-time somewhere. If you don't want to work outside the home, you have some other gigs you can do just that, But definitely look for perks and things you can get for free from your job, your career. Find out if they send you back to school, where I'm going to be taking on a part-time job at. They send me to school. They pay for it. They actually pay for it. Yeah, it's going to be online though, but okay, it's free. Hello, somebody. It is free. So why wouldn't I take it if it's free, right? But yeah. So a lot of people think you have a big old salary, and I think you should have a good salary. I don't think that you should never not achieve or go after a larger salary, as long as it doesn't burn you out, make you crazy, make you have less time, to really be around your family. But at the same time, you got to have that money. You got to have some money. Don't chase the bag, but have the bag. You got to chase it. It'll come to you. But definitely look at ways that you can definitely incorporate learning new things, going through all the stuff in your closet. Do not get another storage closet, guys. Don't do it. Don't get that store. Come on, sis. Get rid of some of that stuff. I talked to one of my friends. I was trying to tell her she got a huge storage barn in the back of her house, and I'm like, yo, sis, you could actually make a Airbnb out of this. I do believe we cleared this all out, put some beds in it and a heater and a bathroom with a compost toilet and a shower. It will work. No, seriously, I do believe that she could actually make that happen. But she might not want to do it. But I just always think about some unique ways. If I had the storage built, I would do it. Heck, I'm thinking about unique ways I can figure this out. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm going to get a coach and I'm going to figure this out. Actually, I already have someone in mind, a young lady on here on YouTube that I'll be working with on some other stuff. If you guys really think about it, sometimes you need support, and it could be, from different places to learn a new skill set or to find a way how to invest your money, finding people to help you with planning and all that. It's nothing wrong with that, but you do have to pay them some money. And there's nothing wrong with that too. And I tell people, if y'all want to learn about the minimalist lifestyle, you're getting it here on my video. But if you want me on to be your one-on-one coach, I am a certified holistic health coach, aka a life coach out of Institute for Integrated Nutrition out of Manhattan, New York. And yes, I paid the money to become. And if you want to see my credentials, I got those too. Matter of fact, I got to find out where my other one is, but I got pictures with it. But yeah, if you ever want to, they ever call or whatever, you want to go there, they will tell you I've been there. But in a degree too. So yeah, all those things to say this, I've explored so many things, I've done so many things, and I feel like life is short. And if you constantly just stay still, stagnant, you're going to feel it. Don't be stagnant. Live the life that you really want to live and really, feel it. Go after it. Don't be stagnant. Now, if you're married, don't just leave your husband. God forbid, don't do that. But, find things that you enjoy and you like to explore. If you're a mommy, find things you like. You might like reading books from the library. You don't never go to the library, start going to the library. If you like camping, start camping. Take your kids camping. It's not very expensive. We can find some campsites near you where you live. I don't know what city you live in, but find a campsite, guys, and get a tent. They're very inexpensive on Amazon, or you can go to Walmart. Get you a little sleeping bag. Take your kids camp and go to a place that's safe, meaning that there are park rangers out there, people there. Don't go out in the middle of nowhere and something happen, God forbid. Think about that. But yeah, what I'm saying is, don't give up on your stuff. With this minimalist lifestyle, it's so much you can do. Once you get it down to a science, man, you're going to thank yourself, because guess what? You won't have so much to overwhelm you. Some people need things around them because they're missing something in their heart and they just need extra. For me, I think relationships are awesome. I think they're awesome, but I think it's within, a healing period of yourself and knowing that who you are as a man or a woman, what your really ideal situation looks like, and not just settling and not getting into nothing that's toxic or damaging to your soul. And if it takes you away from, what all God has for you, you think about that too. All those things. I hear those birds. Soon they'll be going where they're going south to get warmer. Listen. This is what I do every day. I've been doing this every day since I've been here. Going for my walk. I joined the gym. It's like $25 a month. Less than 75, what's it, 83 cents? Maybe 83 cents a day. Maybe. No, it's actually 75 cents. 75 cents a day. So it's about 75 cents a day. And I'm able to walk out here for free, but I can go use the sauna in there. It just feels great, guys. I'm telling you, you got to take care of your health. I'm telling you, that's one of the things I will scream and shout to the heavens, is to take care of you. And do not use the excuse that you don't have any money. Do not use the excuse you don't have time, because see, we make time for what we want. When I heard somebody say that, they said, I don't have time to exercise. I said, you don't have time to exercise. You don't have time to go for a walk or dance. Sure, you can put on music in the morning and dance. Even if you do 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night, I don't know. Move your body. Don't just be stagnant. People who don't move their body, you can tell right off. They don't take care of themselves. They're kind of lazy. And I'm not saying it's genetically, because even if you're genetically, predisposed, quote unquote, to being a little heavier, you can still get out there and move that body and get that weight down. So I had to show you, right here. Woo. So I'll get the Run Keeper. That's an app you can download, guys. And that kind of tracks where you're walking, how far you walk. And it feels good to see that. When you see it, you go like, oh my God, I walked 3, 4, 5 miles. I don't know. You try to do, like, sometimes I do 7 miles. Once a week, I try to do 7 miles. My goal is to do at least 3 miles a day. Hopefully I can get up to 5 and then go from 7 to 10, right? So I'll go from, sometimes it's 1 to 2. Sometimes it's 3 to 5, and then it's from 5 to 7. And I would love to see 7 to 10. But it's going to happen. I don't run like I used to because I want to protect these legs, this hip, this whole body. Because running sometimes, as you get older, it can really damage your body. So I'm very careful about that. Okay, guys. But we'll cook you guys grits. I hope you guys really got something out of this conversation. Go ahead and like, comment, and share. And just share at the bottom, what you got from this. What are you really going to do during this time where the country is, quote unquote, losing its mind? How can you not lose your mind? How can you just find the life that you want, the ideal life that you feel good about? And then you feel so good that nothing can rock your world. You got a career that's going to be solid through all this times. You have some money saved up. I'm clearing out your bills. So when your bills are cleared and down, and you have money in your emergency fund, and you got a skill set and got several, and you have decluttered your home, your car, or you downsize to those levels, guess what? You feel better about yourself. You truly do. You truly do. And I'm not here to tell you anything different. So, you see this little jump rope? I think it was like $2.99, $3. I might have got it during COVID. Oh, C-19, sorry. Hope I don't get demonetized. But anyway, I'm going to show you a little something I do just to show you, just a little workout you can do when you're out at the park. So right here is the workout right here. Sorry, guys. I'm still on one. Oh, guys, I gotta get my hand in there. If I could edit, which I'm not gonna edit, but if I could edit that out, I would edit it out, but I didn't. So I'm gonna keep it going. All right, so I'm gonna show you this little jump roping routine you can do for y'all. If y'all made it this far, you see me working out. I'm gonna show you a little something. Look at your inexpensive jump rope. Don't have bad knees, bad back. Poorly deconditioned, just fake a jump rope. But here we go. Let me just show you a little something. Get you through right here, and here we go. Whoop. A tree got me, huh, y'all? See there? And you can do throwing some squats. I'm just showing you some ways to move your body. It doesn't cost a lot of money. So you have no excuses. Yeah, so you do those things, you get in rounds. I'm out here walking, and I'm walking almost gonna be 30 minutes according to this timer because we've been on for a while, right? All right. So I'm giving you a taste of everything. Take care of yourself during this time, mentally, spiritually, physically. If you are a person of God, a woman of God, go ahead and read your Bible. Go ahead and read and pray every single day. Listen to a sermon if you can't read the whole Bible. Listen to it while you're traveling on your car. Take time thanking God. Thank you, Lord, for another day. Thank you for my breath, my body, and a willingness to be alive. All right? All right, guys, my Melanated Minimalist. If this has helped you in any way, go ahead and share it on your page. Go ahead and share with others. Go ahead and like, comment. Please comment, subscribe. All right. And I promise you, I'm trying to do videos, if not every day, at least twice a week, so I can drop And I hope that you guys are coming to the videos and watching, and go ahead and share whatever thoughts you may have. Okay? I think it's be ideal. Peace and love, y'all. Bye. See ya. Bye. 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 Take care, y'all. You guys rock.